on Facebook. Alright, hey YouTube. I wanted to update my video. I made it on Monday, didn't upload itself until Tuesday, as luck would have it. And I was really rushed, and I was trying to get to the store, and my period had just started. And Monday, the 15th of April, was cycle day 1. So today's, what would be cycle day 5? Yeah, cycle day 5, and I'm not on any fertility meds. Uh, I'm still very, very disappointed about this cycle pretty much being a bust. We baby danced enough. If I had ovulated around the 24th of March, that I would have probably gotten pregnant. But because I didn't ovulate until what I now believe was April 2nd or maybe even April 1st, it's just a huge disappointment. And you know, I'm usually good at catching myself when I have two surges, but because right now I'm in school, it's a little more difficult because I'm having to complete assignments and I'm having to go ahead and focus more on, getting to where I need to go, completing this and that, meeting deadlines and doing all that stuff, going to school and trying to conceive. It really does. It really, really, really affects your focus on trying to conceive. So I now know it's a bad idea to try to conceive while I'm in school. But I don't know. I don't really want to get so sappy, but it is disappointing because we've been trying now. At this point, I'm in the 34th month of trying to conceive. Well, because I didn't have a period in February or March. Technically, I'm probably like cycle 31 maybe, but I'll just say 34 because it's what I'm leading up to the third year, which would be 36 months of trying to conceive. And I've had family members approach me and they want to know if I want to be trying to conceive buddies with them because they're trying with their significant others or spouses, and I've always declined because it's just I don't want to be in competition with other women who are trying and don't have fertility issues, because if you don't have fertility issues, of course you'll get pregnant within the first 6 months of trying, and sometimes it happens within a year, but eventually it's going to happen. And I know my body and I know what I'm going through, and I also know that it'll take me probably another 3 years to get pregnant if I keep going at the rate that I'm going, where I'm having multiple surges, I'm not doing trigger shots, I'm not doing injectables, I'm not seeing a doctor, I'm not getting ultrasounds. It's going to take forever. And I don't want to put that pressure. I don't want to put any more pressure on myself to be like everyone else and have someone, we compare cycles and what's going on this cycle, because if they get a BFP before me, of course, every day I do feel like a kind of a failure because of my fertility issues. I don't want to feel like an even bigger failure if we're like, on the same cycle and they get pregnant before I do. And it's just a mess. I don't like it. So, I'm really on here just to say what I'm doing this cycle, what we're going to try. Of course, I'm not on fertility meds. I don't have any more Femara. Definitely don't have any more Clomid, which I also wanted to say I think Clomid really did, even though I took Clomid and Femara, I think the Clomid affected my lining very badly, because if I ovulated on April 2nd, like I believe I did, my period came on the 15th, I think that's a 12-day luteal phase. So, of course, Clomid is a no-go from here. I think if I ever continue trying to conceive and I go to a doctor, I'm going to ask for injectables and maybe just Femara by itself. Femara and trigger, or Femara injectable and then trigger. I don't know if you trigger if you do injectables. I have no idea, but it'll be stuff that I discuss when we go into do whatever it is that we're going to do, either IUI and maybe even IVF. I know jumping from doing oral medicated cycles, some people might say that's foolish, but it depends on what the doctor says. For me, I'm just tired of wasting time. I feel like 3 years for someone who's 25 and they started trying to conceive when they're 22 and they're still not pregnant. I think that's just it's a nightmare, pretty much. And yeah. So this cycle, of course, I'm going to be taking royal jelly, and I want to show you guys. Yeah, royal jelly tablets. I found these. These are at Walmart. Nothing really fancy. Of course, everything's backwards when you use this thing. And royal jelly, I find it helps with like cervical mucus and what's that help with egg quality too. For my cycle day 3 blood work, I found out I don't have any egg quality issues. So no, I'm not really taking it for that. Just taking it because I actually like the taste. Yeah, I like the taste. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have any calories in it either. And then I'm back on the Big V Vitex. Vitex and ordered this particular one online, but you can find it at GNC, the what's that nutritional shop? GNC vitamin shop. But I ordered this off of Amazon, and then for anyone familiar with insulin resistance and PCOS, I'm on the big metformin. That's the biggest bottle of pills I've ever seen. And this is metformin extended relief. And I've decided that right now, since I'm on 1500 milligrams, is not really getting me anywhere. I wanted to up it to 2000 milligrams and see where that takes me. If I go on 2000, actually I wanted to increase it by the end of the summer to 2500 milligrams because I think that, and I've heard from Aries too because I've seen 3 so far, that when you're a bigger woman with PCOS and you're trying to conceive, you're going to need like higher doses of medication to get your body to react like how a smaller, slimmer, slender person would. Which would make sense because it's having to go through more, I don't know, cushion, I guess. And so if I'm just on 1500 milligrams right now and I'm still anovulatory and I have secondary amenorrhea where I'm not having periods at all and I really haven't had a period naturally at this point since 2010 in May. Oh no, 2010 in June, and I ovulated in May of that year, 2010. So, if it's been that long since I've ovulated or had a period on my own, then I really should think about upping the metformin and seeing if going on 2500 milligrams or maybe even 3000, I don't know about that, but 2500 milligrams might, get my body to regulate itself. And, I do think there are differences when you're a plus size sister versus a slender sister, but PCOS is just the same. Some of us women will have big fertility issues, others won't, and that's just pretty much how life is. PCOS is a syndrome that affects women differently. Every woman has her own unique symptoms, and one thing that works for you might not work for somebody else. Yeah, so we're not actively trying to conceive. I doubt any of this stuff, the Vitex, the metformin, and the royal jelly are going to do anything to make me ovulate. And school's not over until the middle of May for me, and it's not well, because I missed my surgery last time. It's probably not a good idea for me to try to conceive and try to track ovulation while I'm in school. School's a distraction, but it's a good distraction. It's where I need to be. I need to be distracted and, push my life forward. I can't, like, what I was thinking too is I can't really, well, I don't want to, what if I don't conceive and I'm spending all my time trying and I'm taking these pills and I'm pretty much wasting time on something that will never be? Like, I don't want to do that. If I'm not going to have kids, then I need to make money, like a lot of money, and be happy so I could live like, I don't know, like a rock star, But then if I do have kids, I'll still need money. I'll need even more money, so I'm doing the right thing. But for me right now, as far as trying to conceive goes, I feel like it's just having a child is a fantasy. I feel like it's just not ever going to be a reality for me, and that's what I'm trying to come to accept. So if I continue videos, it'll just be like about, PCOS stuff, because I'm going to have this syndrome for the rest of my life, and I really want to be there to help women who are going through the same thing, because this is like one of the worst things I've ever gone through, and I've been through a lot in life other that aren't medically other stuff. But this right here, like trying to conceive with infertility and insulin resistance and polycystic ovarian syndrome is horrible. It's pretty bad, and I think I need to come to the point where I'll accept that I'm not going to be a mom and just live my life. That's what I really want to come to. And for some people that might be depressing, but for me, it's kind of a relief, because I've done so far 6 cycles, medicated cycles, 4 cycles of Clomid, and 3 so far from Mara. 6 plus 3. Oh, 4 plus 3. Oh, 7. 7 medicated cycles with no viable pregnancy to show for it. What are the odds? Um, Odds are probably stacked against me that I won't be a mom, but in time I'll come to accept it. So just the Vitex, I'm taking that because I know I'll get a period from it maybe. Metformin I'm taking because it helps with my insomnia, and royal jelly I'm taking because it, like, I don't know, it kind of energizes my ovaries, kind of. That's what it feels like. Yeah, so here's my really lazy update. Not really dressed up or anything, just sitting here on the couch, decided to record. Now, if I was a little too sentimental, sorry, and I keep stopping and pausing myself because I don't want to say the wrong thing, like, be way too emotional. But I do feel like having kids is just a fantasy, and, I need to come to a point where I accept being childless for life. Because, living child free or childless isn't really a death sentence. Hopefully, the next few months show me a way to live, and if not, if I do eventually have kids, then this will be like, I don't know, just something I went through and I overcame. Yeah, pretty much. So thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day.